Welcome to the fascinating world of reasoning. In this video, we'll explore the essential foundations of reasoning, which form the backbone of logical thinking and problem solving. Reasoning is the process that allows us to draw conclusions, make decisions, and understand the world around us. Whether you're analyzing a complex problem or making everyday choices, reasoning skills are crucial. Let's begin our journey by understanding what reasoning truly means and why it's so important in our daily lives. As we move forward, you'll discover how these foundational skills can empower you to think more clearly and make better decisions. Reasoning is the mental process of connecting ideas, evaluating evidence, and drawing conclusions. It's what helps us solve puzzles, understand arguments, and navigate complex situations. Reasoning can be formal, like in mathematics or logic, or informal, like when we make everyday decisions. By learning the foundations of reasoning, you'll be able to approach problems systematically and avoid common pitfalls in thinking. Throughout this video, we'll break down the different types of reasoning and show how they apply to real-life scenarios. Reasoning is at the heart of effective decision-making. It allows us to weigh options, anticipate consequences, and choose the best course of action. In both personal and professional life, strong reasoning skills can lead to better outcomes and fewer mistakes. By understanding the foundations of reasoning, you'll be better equipped to analyze information, spot inconsistencies, and make informed choices. Let's see how reasoning influences our daily interactions and long-term goals. There are several types of reasoning, each with its own strengths and uses. The most common are deductive, inductive, and abductive reasoning. Deductive reasoning starts with general principles and applies them to specific cases. Inductive reasoning looks at specific examples to form general conclusions. Abductive reasoning involves making the best possible explanation based on limited information. Understanding these types will help you choose the right approach for different situations. Deductive reasoning is all about starting with a general rule and applying it to a specific case. For example, if all humans are mortal and Socrates is a human, then Socrates is mortal. This type of reasoning is often used in mathematics and formal logic, where certainty is key. Deductive reasoning helps ensure that our conclusions are logically valid as long as our premises are true. Let's look at how this works in practice. Imagine you know that all birds have feathers. You see a sparrow and know it's a bird. Using deductive reasoning, you can conclude that the sparrow has feathers. This process is straightforward and reliable as long as the initial statements are accurate. Deductive reasoning is powerful for situations where rules are clear and information is complete. Deductive reasoning works in the opposite direction. Here you observe specific examples and use them to form a general conclusion. For instance, if you see that the sun has risen every morning, you might conclude that it will rise again tomorrow. Inductive reasoning is common in science, where patterns and trends are used to make predictions. While it's not always certain, it helps us make educated guesses about the future. Say you've met several friendly dogs in your neighborhood. Based on these experiences, you might conclude that most dogs are friendly. This is inductive reasoning in action. It's useful for making generalizations, but it's important to remember that exceptions can exist. Inductive reasoning helps us navigate uncertainty and make practical decisions based on experience. Deductive reasoning is about finding the most likely explanation for a set of facts. It's often used in detective work or medical diagnosis where you have incomplete information. For example, if you wake up and see the ground is wet, you might guess that it rained overnight. Abductive reasoning helps us make sense of the world when certainty isn't possible, guiding us toward the best possible answer. Suppose you enter your kitchen and notice that the cookie jar is empty and there are crumbs on the counter. You might conclude that someone ate the cookies, even if you didn't see it happen. This is abductive reasoning at work, making the best guess based on available clues. It's a practical way to handle uncertainty and incomplete information. Critical thinking is closely related to reasoning. It involves analyzing information, questioning assumptions, and evaluating arguments. Strong critical thinking skills help you avoid errors in judgment and make more rational decisions. By combining reasoning with critical thinking, you can approach problems from multiple angles and find the most effective solutions. Logic is the formal system that underpins reasoning. It provides rules and structures for evaluating arguments and ensuring consistency. By studying logic, you can learn to spot fallacies, construct sound arguments, and avoid contradictions. Logic is a powerful tool for anyone looking to strengthen their reasoning abilities. Logical fallacies are errors in reasoning that can lead to faulty conclusions. Some common examples include ad hominem attacks, false dilemmas, and slippery slope arguments. Recognizing these fallacies is essential for evaluating arguments critically and avoiding mistakes in your own thinking. Let's explore a few of the most frequent fallacies. An ad hominem fallacy occurs when someone attacks the person making an argument instead of addressing the argument itself. For example, dismissing someone's opinion because of their background rather than the merits of their ideas. This fallacy distracts from the real issues and undermines productive discussion. The false dilemma fallacy presents only two options when more may exist. For instance, saying you must choose between success and failure, ignoring the many possibilities in between. This type of reasoning oversimplifies complex issues and can lead to poor decisions. Slippery slope fallacy suggests that one small step will inevitably lead to a chain of related events, usually with negative consequences. For example, claiming that missing one deadline will ruin your entire career. This reasoning exaggerates outcomes and can cause unnecessary fear or anxiety. To reason effectively, it's important to recognize and avoid logical fallacies. By questioning assumptions and examining evidence, you can strengthen your arguments and make better decisions. Practice identifying fallacies in everyday conversations and media to sharpen your reasoning skills. Evidence is the foundation of sound reasoning. Whether you're making a case in court or deciding what to eat for dinner, supporting your conclusions with evidence leads to better outcomes. Always look for reliable sources and verify information before drawing conclusions. Reasoning isn't just for academics or professionals, it's a skill we use every day. From choosing what to wear to planning a vacation, reasoning helps us weigh options and make choices. By practicing these skills, you'll find that everyday decisions become easier and more effective. Problem solving relies heavily on reasoning. When faced with a challenge, breaking it down into smaller parts and analyzing each step can lead to better solutions. Reasoning helps you identify the root cause of a problem and develop effective strategies to address it. Effective communication often depends on clear reasoning. When you present your ideas logically and support them with evidence, others are more likely to understand and agree with your point of view. Reasoning helps you structure your arguments and respond thoughtfully to questions or objections. Science relies on reasoning to develop theories, test hypotheses, and interpret results. Scientists use deductive, inductive, and abductive reasoning to make sense of data and draw conclusions. By understanding these methods, you can better appreciate how scientific discoveries are made. Mathematics is built on logical reasoning. Every proof, calculation, and formula depends on clear, step-by-step thinking. By practicing mathematical reasoning, you develop skills that are valuable in many other areas, from engineering to finance. Legal professionals use reasoning to interpret laws, build cases, and persuade judges or juries. Legal reasoning involves analyzing statutes, precedents, and evidence to reach fair and just conclusions. Mastering these skills is essential for anyone interested in law or justice. Business leaders rely on reasoning to make strategic decisions, solve problems, and evaluate risks. By applying logical thinking, they can identify opportunities, anticipate challenges, and create effective plans. Reasoning is a key skill for success in any business environment. Reasoning also plays a role in our personal relationships. It helps us understand others' perspectives, resolve conflicts, and build stronger connections. By thinking logically and empathetically, we can communicate more effectively and foster healthier relationships. Despite its importance, reasoning can be hindered by various barriers. These include biases, emotions, and misinformation. Being aware of these obstacles is the first step toward overcoming them and improving your reasoning skills. Cognitive biases are mental shortcuts that can distort our thinking. Examples include confirmation bias, where we favor information that supports our beliefs, and availability bias, where we rely on information that comes to mind easily. Understanding these biases helps us reason more objectively. Emotions can strongly influence our reasoning. When we're angry, anxious, or excited, we may make decisions that aren't fully rational. Learning to recognize and manage emotions is essential for clear, logical thinking. To improve your reasoning, practice self-awareness and reflection. Question your assumptions, seek out diverse perspectives, and be open to changing your mind. These habits will help you overcome barriers and become a more effective thinker. Reasoning is a skill that can be developed with practice. Engage in activities that challenge your mind, such as puzzles, debates, or reading complex texts. The more you exercise your reasoning abilities, the stronger they become. Reasoning isn't just about logic, it also fuels creativity. By connecting ideas in new ways and thinking outside the box, you can solve problems more innovatively. Reasoning and creativity work hand in hand to drive progress and discovery. Technology is advancing rapidly, and reasoning skills are more important than ever. From programming to artificial intelligence, logical thinking is at the core of technological innovation. By mastering reasoning, you can better understand and contribute to the digital world. Education is designed to develop reasoning skills. Through reading, writing, and discussion, students learn to analyze information, form arguments, and solve problems. These skills are essential for lifelong learning and success. Ethical decision-making relies on sound reasoning. By considering the consequences of your actions and weighing different values, you can make choices that are fair and just. Reasoning helps us navigate complex moral dilemmas and act with integrity. Leaders use reasoning to inspire others, solve problems, and make strategic decisions. By thinking logically and communicating clearly, leaders can guide their teams toward shared goals and overcome challenges together. Teamwork benefits from strong reasoning skills. When team members share ideas, analyze options, and make decisions together, they achieve better results. Reasoning fosters collaboration and helps teams solve problems efficiently. Conflicts are a natural part of life, but reasoning can help resolve them. By listening carefully, analyzing the situation, and seeking common ground, you can find solutions that satisfy everyone involved. Reasoning turns disagreements into opportunities for growth. Personal growth is fueled by reasoning. By reflecting on your experiences, setting goals, and making thoughtful decisions, you can continue to learn and improve throughout your life. Reasoning empowers you to take control of your own development. Every decision you make involves reasoning. By weighing pros and cons, considering alternatives, and anticipating outcomes, you can make choices that align with your values and goals. Practicing good reasoning leads to better decisions and greater satisfaction. Innovation thrives on reasoning. By challenging assumptions, exploring new ideas, and experimenting with solutions, innovators drive progress in every field. Reasoning helps turn creative visions into reality. Adaptability is essential in a changing world, and reasoning helps you adjust to new situations. By analyzing challenges and learning from experience, you can adapt quickly and thrive in any environment. Lifelong learning is built on reasoning. By staying curious, asking questions, and seeking understanding, you can continue to grow and adapt throughout your life. Reasoning keeps your mind active and engaged. We've covered the foundations of reasoning, including its types, applications, and the barriers that can hinder it. By practicing reasoning and critical thinking, you can make better decisions, solve problems, and achieve your goals. Remember, reasoning is a skill that improves with practice and reflection. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the foundations of reasoning. As you continue to develop your reasoning skills, you'll find new opportunities for growth and success in every area of life. Keep practicing, stay curious, and never stop learning. The power of reasoning is within your reach.